Hi, this is Chrissy Incognito, and welcome to another episode of my channel. Now, you might be wondering why I'm incognito. This is my alter ego that can say things that I cannot otherwise say unless I was incognito. So, thank you for returning. In order to understand more about this episode, please view the previous episode. Happy listening. And I remember one day he calls me up, and he said to me, "Do you want to go meet Motley Crue?" Now, at the time, Motley Crue was my most favorite band. And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Well, they're going to be on a radio, like they're going to be doing an interview on a radio, and I know where the radio station is." Now, this again, I'm sure people knew where the radio station was, but it isn't like today. It's not like today where everybody knows where everything is. And honestly, if you don't know, you just look it up. So it was on the outskirts of New York City. So it broadcasted to New York. And so I just remember being like, what? What? Are you kidding me? Now, I do wanna show the pictures. I'll have to blur, Paul out just to protect his identity, but I will try to post the pictures of, I think there's a picture of just me and Vince Neil, alone, just in the picture. And so we got there, and there was a huge limousine, right? And again, I'm 17, right? That's impressive. And I just remember, they had already gone into the radio station. So, there wasn't that many people there because where the radio station was, everybody knew the station, but nobody knew where it was physically located. And it was like some dark back alley of like some podunk town. But I guess the people of that podunk town knew where it was. So I just remember getting there, and I remember trying to like look in the limousine, and this creepy ass limo driver was like, "You want to get in, baby?" And I was just like, it's like fighting behind Paul. I was like, "No, that's okay." I just wanted to see if he left like some kind of soda can or something that I could be like, "Ooh." Um, so the radio station, it was done, and it was supposed to be Vince Neil and Tommy Lee, and I don't remember what happened, but Tommy Lee couldn't make it, so it was Vince and his entourage, and it was just awesome. I was on cloud nine. I gave him a hug, and then I like kissed him on the cheek, and then he signed autographs of pictures, and then we took a bunch of pictures, and that was just awesome. I mean, that was just awesome, and it wasn't until 2014 that I actually saw them in concert. Like, that from 1991 to 2014, and I finally got it together enough to see them in concert. So that was really interesting. So Paul and I would do things like that. I remember one time we went he knew people that owned horses. And so again, we went kind of far away from where we were living, and we got to ride horses, and we got to pet them, and that was the first time I was on a horse without a saddle. And that is like boom, 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 boom. Like you really feel like you're gonna fall off. And I'm sure many people out there have been on horses and are like, oh, okay, whatever. But, it was just a really good time, and, then we went, at some point, we would go to Six Flags a lot and, do that whole thing. We would go to the beach, like, me, him, and his friends,